Hello and welcome to Nadia's Meals in Under 20 Minutes. They are in under 20 minutes once I start cooking. So you can always fast forward to the bit where I actually start cooking. Yeah, so these meals are very much, I don't go out and buy anything special because I want the vibe to be, I've had a bit of a look around in the kitchen, you know, my spring onions have seen better days, but they're fine because this is all about harassed parents getting home. Well, it doesn't have to be parents, it can just be anybody.
You have to be harassed?
No, not really. Not if you don't want to be. But I suppose in my mind I've got a harassed parent. Though why do they have to be a parent? Why couldn't they just be a harassed person? Coming in, wanting to get dinner quickly on the table, have a bit of a look round, have a bit of a rummage, put something together. So I'll always give you little options on if you wanted to be a bit fancier, you could do this. If you just want a store cupboard, you could do that. So for a start off, I always have like bottled lemon and lime in my fridge. I've actually got some fresh lime, so I'll use that today. But it's quite a good thing to have in the fridge. Another really good thing to do if you're in a hurry is this, and I love this brand, Canamella, dried garlic. Only come to the dried garlic in the last year or so. I used to hate things like that, but I love it now. Have some coconut milk. Always have peanut butter. It's just really, these things. I was always so anti rice in a bag. This isn't boil in a bag. This is, you know, you just bung it in the microwave for a couple of minutes. Mostly I make my own rice, but when I'm in a hurry, my God, I love having these in the cupboard. So, let us begin.
So what are you making?
Put the timer on, because I am going to make peanut butter chicken.
Right, you've used 2 minutes. Get cracking.
No, I haven't. Not until I stop cooking.
20 minutes is the
No.
length.
It's got to be from when I start cooking. So, as from now. Right, so I'm going to put my oil on. I've got 2 chicken breasts because...
You've seen a doctor.
I didn't see any more. I didn't have any more. But if you were cooking for a family of 4... Oh, God, all my minutes have gone. If you were cooking for a family of 4, you know what? 3 chicken breasts is actually enough if you cut it nice and small. If you're watching the pennies, then just... That's why it's quite good cutting up chicken and putting a bit of veg in, because you can spread it out a bit. Another thing is make sure you cut your chicken small. I actually bought it like this, but cut your chicken small, especially if you're not a very experienced cook, then you're not worrying the whole time about whether it's cooked in the middle. And also you're less likely to overcook it. So I do everything real time, even heating up the oil. So while we're heating that up, let's open our can of coconut milk. I love coconut milk. Now, I always used to use full fat coconut milk. If you want a super creamy dish, then use full fat. But you know what? I've decided actually that I now prefer the light one, just because it doesn't feel so heavy. So heating up the oil, you want to put your hand there and you want to feel the heat quite well, because we don't want to stew the chicken, we want to cook it quite quickly and seal it nicely. So, let's have a look. Drop a little bit in. See if we can get the sizzle. Nope, not yet. Okay.
You're 4 minutes in.
I know what we'll do. We'll chop the spring onions. So as I said, these are a bit manky. Use whatever onions you want. You know another thing I always have in the freezer? It's real indulgence, but I buy cheap bags, you don't have to be fancy, of frozen chopped onions. Oh my God. When you're knackered. Sometimes I don't want to cook and I get a takeaway just because I can't be asked to cook the onions, to chop the onions. So really good idea to have some frozen onions in the fridge. But you know, I'm pretty easy going with onions when it's just like a midweek meal. If they're not making something fancy, just get something oniony tasting into your dish. It could be, now I'm putting in a chilli, but you can absolutely just use dried chilli or no chilli. I just happen to have a fresh chilli, so I'm using it. As I say, I don't do anything. It's like Mark said to me this morning, what are you going to cook for Nadia's meal in minutes? I went, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Gonna have a look in the fridge.
Oh, look, baby chicken there.
So, in our chicken goes. Just like that. Now, I'm not going to cook in batches because we want to make this nice and quick. We come in, we're knackered, we need to get food on the table. But I'll just give that one a little minute, or half a minute. Stand back.
You haven't got many minutes to play with.
And then the next goes in. Am I bothered? Do I look bothered? No. I'm alright. I know I'm going to be alright. So I'm just going to move that around a bit. Now, I'm tired. I've come in from work. I can't be asked to peel the garlic. So today, I'm just going to sprinkle in. All the chefs out there will be going, what? I must say, I used to be like that about fried garlic, but I love it. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant on fried chicken if you're making like a Kentucky Fried Chicken style chicken. So I've got that nice and hot. Just going to turn it up a bit. And now I'm going to throw my onions in. And my chilli. Again, don't forget, you don't have to add the chilli. And chilli powder is fine. This isn't fancy Nancy. This isn't Gordon Ramsay. It's dinner on the blooming table. Shut everyone up. Okay, so I'm just going to let that soften down for a minute. And then I am going to add now a tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm just doing this here, but you can do it straight into the pan. A tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm going to put a fresh lime. If you don't like lime, don't put it in. These things are brilliant. This is a Pampered Chef one, but they do all sorts on Amazon. They're just so quick. Look at that. Because limes are so difficult. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, our chicken is nearly there. Okay, so our onions are softened enough. So to that, now I'm going to add my coconut milk. Just let that melt down. Put that on, bring it up to the bubble. I haven't got a lid for that one. Just bring it up to the bubble. Okay.
So how harassed are you as a parent at the moment?
I'm not harassed. I know dinner's on the table in a minute.
Oh.
So use whatever vegetables you've got. These have seen better days, but they'll be fine in my peanut butter stew or whatever we want to call it. So I love green beans. Green beans are really, really good for you, but you could put peas. You could put spinach just right at the end. Don't cook it right from this point, but just put them right at the end. Okay, that's coming up nicely to the bubble. I'm going to put my green beans in. Okay, so this chicken really won't take long. How many minutes have we got now, Mark?
You're 8 minutes in.
8 minutes in, without the talking.
6 minutes in.
Okay, no, because I really need to know. So now I am going to add my peanut butter.
Ooh. Smooth or crunchy?
Well, I like crunchy, but you can put whatever you want. 2, 3. And you see, you know, if you're wanting to use a bit less chicken, you've got more protein in the peanut butter there. So that will work really nicely for bringing up your protein. If you're a veggie, you could do all of this without the chicken and just use lots of vegetables. Maybe fry some aubergines first. Or if you want, if you're being really healthy and not so worried about time, you can spray your aubergines with a little oil if you don't want to fry them and put them in a hot oven for like 15 minutes, and then that can take the place of your chicken. Or you could do mushrooms and then do everything else I've done, but just instead of the chicken, you're using mushroom. Oh God, yum. Okay, so that's bubbling away nicely. Now I'm going to add my soy and my lime juice for a bit of extra flavour. Give it another stir. Oh, doesn't it smell gorgeous?
No, it smells divine, babe. Divine.
It smells so nice. If you've never met Mark, he's as bonkers as he sounds from the other side of that camera. Oh, coconutty, chilli, creamy. You know what I'm going to do? Add a good pinch of salt. And I'm going to also add a pinch of sugar.
Ooh!
I might not always, but it just depends. You know, sometimes
You're in the mood, eh?
it's the right thing to do. That's why I always say taste. Wow. Okay, guess what?
I have the same attitude to kissing you, really. Sometimes it's just the right thing to do.
Dinner is almost served.
No.
Yep.
Where's the
I'm
rice?
just going to put my rice
No, you're not.
into the microwave.
Yes. Isn't that cool?
2.5 minutes.
I always see a
think.
microwave as a really crude piece of technology, but it's very useful, isn't it, Ned?
God, it's so useful.
Is it?
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's get real here.
Just don't ever stand in front
In a
of it.
perfect world. Now, I'm using white because I want the picture to look nicer for the gram. But actually, I always use brown rice because it's so much better for us. So, let me just give you a little tip about rice.
Okay. Don't eat it when it's cooked.
When you've got more time, when you buy a bag of rice, cook the whole bag of rice. Let it cool down and put it into little plastic bags. Put it in the freezer, because then not only is it a very cheap way to do your rice, but also the rice starch is reduced by 30%, less carbs, so it's less carbs. Right, I'm just going to take a bit of chicken. So it's always important to cook all your cut all your chicken the same size. There you go. So that if one piece is ready, you know it's all ready.
Mmm.
Oh!
Really?
Gotta try that.
Me?
It's so juicy and tender.
Okay, it's going in.
Right, so I'm putting another
Ah.
last tablespoon of peanut butter. You don't have to. You can use a lot less peanut butter if
I
you
think it
want.
needs a bit more salt
But
now.
I love it. You always say that.
No, it does. Honestly, trust me, it needs a bit more salt.
He always says that. He's a salt freak. But obviously, just do it to whatever your taste is. Okay. Yummy. Oh, doesn't that look divine? You can if you want. If you can't be bothered with the microwave, sorry, it's not ready. You can just empty the bags of rice straight into the pan. But please make sure that you heat that rice through properly, because it's really dangerous to only part-way heat rice. It's not good for you.
I just wanted to come round here with you.
Let's bring this over. You look really weird. Why are you holding your ear?
Because my ear hurts.
Oh, why do your ear hurt?
Because you're shouting so loudly.
Okay. Isn't that a lovely bowl?
That's a lovely combo.
Look at that.
It's a pretty thing. Oh, God.
That's the other thing. You know, you can rush making your dinner, but you know, put it in a nice bowl.
Make your own pottery. That's what you're
Put
saying.
it in a nice bowl. You deserve it.
Make your own plate. Rush
Yeah.
the food, but make your own crockery.
Okay, so our rice.
Brilliant idea. Oh, no.
Our rice is steaming hot, which is
yeah.
what we want. It has to be boiling to be safe. Don't forget, you can just put it. Obviously, I'm going to do a massive portion here, so it looks all gorgeous
For the gram.
for the gram, because we want it piled up.
Toffee, once again, goal hanging. Naughty toffs. Well, totally pragmatic though. Is rice good for dogs? I don't know if it is.
I think when they're ill, aren't you supposed to give them? Don't quote me. So, look at that. Delicious.
Jeez, babe.
Absolutely delicious. And you know, you can put a lot more veg if you want. It cooks in perfect time with the sauce. I'm going to put a little... Sorry.
Do you think I did quite well getting that out of the kiln this afternoon? That bowl. I did a good
Pot's
job.
made by Mark.
Yeah, pot's made this afternoon. I'm painful.
So a sprinkle of chopped peanuts.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
That you have some really tightly trimmed chilli on top.
Yeah, I haven't got any left. I only had one chilli.
Good idea though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just
it
give it a
would
little
be
bit of
nice.
a red tip.
It would be nice. but
What do
I
you
don't
think,
know.
Toffs? Do you think that's a good idea? Yeah, you like that idea, don't you? Toffs. All right.
I've got one tiny end of chilli.
Ooh. Oh, right there. It's like a little red nose.
There you go. My gorgeous peanut butter chicken and veg something.
What is it?
I don't know.
Got to put it in the title, babe. What is it?
I don't know.
Think.
How many minutes was it?
12 and a half minutes.
12.5 minutes from brain to table. Not bad. Shall I try a bit?
Yeah, I think so.
Or do you want to get a photo?
Well, we can't stop because it's a continuous take.
I'll try a bit from here then. Yeah, this is the thing. Everyone thought that when we started doing these that they were live because we don't edit, so you can see it's actually real time.
You're right.
So it was a tin of...
What is it though, Nance? What is the dish? Give it a name. You've got to give it a name.
peanut butter chicken.
Peanut butter chicken. Okay.
Are we still on? Still filming?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just
We'll
stuffing
say
my
goodbye.
face over here. Bye, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything we're doing.